All right, welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're doing our first ever hotel stay and hotel review on this channel. We are in Miami Worldcenter staying at the CitizenM Hotel. This is a Netherlands-based hotel, very unique hotel. I've been trying to stay here for the longest and I finally had the opportunity to come out here. This is, by the way, not sponsored by them at all. I paid for it myself. At the end of the video, we'll talk about exactly how much I paid and some extras that I added that I think will make the video a little bit cool. This opened in 2023, by the way. This entire development called Miami Worldcenter, you can see the Paramount Tower right there. This is a $6 billion development. I created a video before its grand opening. It is a 27-acre, 10-block entertainment, retail, dining, living space. Miami Worldcenter is very unique. We're gonna explore it while we're staying at the hotel, but of course the central point of this video will be CitizenM. So let's go ahead and check in and see exactly what the rooms look like, because I saw pictures of them and I was very surprised. Let's go. All right, they've got a cool little entrance here. CitizenM, very colorful. All right, currently waiting to check in. Gotta go to one of these kiosks, but it is very, very vibrant and colorful in here. A lot of art. All right, we're all checked in. Check out the lobby area. It's really, really cool. Very fun and inviting. We've got two bars, so there's one here on the lobby level, and there's one on the rooftop right by the pool. So we're gonna go ahead and check into our room. Oh my gosh, this is nice. So both arrows pointing straight to where you need to go. The elevators. Let's pop into the other side just to see what is going on here. This is so cool. So they do have IMAX that you can use. They've got these like privacy areas you can kind of hang out and tune out the world around you with these tables. All right, so they do have a gym, a rooftop pool, a rooftop bar. Our room number is 816, 8th floor. I had to pay extra for the room we're gonna check out right now, and I'll tell you in a little bit how much I paid. Oh my goodness. All right, so I just walked in through the main door, and as soon as I turn around, and this is probably the smallest room I've ever stayed in, but I did expect it because of the photos. We are showing the room in its entirety in this single shot. Of course, bathrooms over here, we're gonna get to that, but let's check over here. We actually have the sink outside of the bathroom. I don't mind that, some people might. Got your soap there, your body lotion, mirror with vanity lights, little lamp here. You can turn those off. Okay, before we reveal the view, turn over here, we've got a little desk you can sit on, really cool, comfy chair. Got a drawer space right here. This was open when I arrived. The remote for the Samsung TV is in this drawer and does have my name there. CitizenM says, "Welcome, Joel." And we have 3 books here. Okay, this is activating the curtain. I don't want to reveal the view yet, but let's go ahead and check out the bathroom first. Oh my goodness, this does remind me of like a cruise ship bathroom. The shower is directly in front of the toilet. Toilet looks super cool. I thought I was gonna open. Not bad, pretty small. It's pretty tight space. If I close the door here, so this is what we have to work with. Shower with kind of like a rain shower head. It is very tall. So this is how far the ceiling is. I mean, I can extend my hand all the way. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and I can't really touch the ceiling. I'd have to really extend and tiptoe to touch it. So tall people shouldn't have a problem. It is a very cramped space, as I mentioned. So this is the shower area. If we close the door, I'm gonna close both doors so you know how much space you have in the toilet area. So you can do your business here. There's 2 buttons. I'm very curious. Okay, that's flush. What is this, big flush? I guess so. There's a hair dryer here, towels. There's a tissue, trash, and recycling bin. Really cool touch. Underneath the sink, got a little closet space here with a couple of hangers. Okay, let's reveal the view. That is the Kaseya Center, home of the Miami Heat. And now we're gonna test the bed. There's a little bit of noise going on with the bed when I got on. They do claim to have the world's fluffiest pillows, and they do feel very fluffy. Oh, I'm so comfortable. Get used to this, because I think I'm gonna make more hotel reviews in Miami and Miami Beach. So, oh my gosh. So the bed does make a strange noise. I did read that in one of the reviews. I'm just by myself, so it really wouldn't bother me, but they were pretty annoyed at the fact that any movement meant... I don't know if you guys can hear that. By the way, you can only have a maximum of 2 people in these rooms. you kind of know why once you step foot inside. They're very small. I know I told you guys I would give you the grand total of everything, but I can pretty much spoil the view I had to pay for. This is additional. This is arena views that they call, and it'll put you on a higher floor, middle to top floor, and it'll have a direct view of the arena for an additional $13. 13 and some change. But of course, this is only possible because the parking lot across the street is undeveloped. It is just a surface lot, but as you know, Miami is growing really, really fast, so I imagine eventually there will be some kind of condo or hotel built across the street, blocking our views and no longer offering that option of an arena view. So I can pretty much change the color of the lights that are on in the bathroom. I can also control the blinds. I can do the blackout blinds, or I can just do both if I'd like. Go ahead and put the day curtains up. This does function as a TV remote, so it's really cool. You don't have to use the TV guide on the TV. Let's go ahead and pick the History channel. Okay, room is really cool, but I do want to explore the hotel because I think since the rooms are pretty small, I mean, they're only really meant to sleep in. I'm the only dummy out here kind of making a whole video on the experience. I think a lot of people will enjoy the amenities there are in this hotel. All right, let's go. Straight to the 11th floor. All right, I've made it up to the rooftop area. So they got a lot of lounging space. Looks like some kind of event or after work kind of gathering is going on. The bar is just in there, so I'm glad it's enclosed. But really, really cool that there's a pool on the very rooftop. Perfect, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, look at this view. We've got the Freedom Tower, one of the oldest buildings. Probably, actually, it is the oldest building you're seeing right now. Pool is just up there, but this is a really cool spot. You can kind of come down and get away from everybody. I mean, there's nobody down here. I got my free drink, by the way. I asked them, how does this work? So on the app, basically, you can start a timer for 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to get your drink. I never started the timer, and I told the guy I just want the free drink, and basically you get anything like water, tea, coffee, soda, or just a mixed drink. So in my case, I got whiskey and Coke, but there wasn't really any instructions on like turning on that timer. So I'm not gonna go back and try to get another free drink, but got the Metro Mover down there. So if you do stay here, it's very, very convenient. You just walk down to the floor and go to the Metro Mover station. And that actually circulates around downtown Miami. We've done a video on that, and it even takes you to Brickell. All right, we're sitting at the bar now. There is a lot of background music, but we're gonna try to make this really quick. We're gonna order another drink. The second drink we got, this one actually paid for, I think it was like 15 bucks with tips, maybe 12 bucks without. And this is just a classic mojito. So this is where I'm sitting at right now. The bar is all the way over there. I believe it closes at midnight. That's where everyone's kind of mingling. I'm by myself over here. This thing scared the hell out of me while I was going to the bathroom. All right, had a couple of drinks, a whiskey and Coke and a mojito. Now we're going all the way down to the lobby to check out the lobby bar and possibly eat because I'm a little bit hungry. So we're gonna check out what kind of food they offer and how much it's all gonna cost. So this is the lobby bar area we came across after checking in at that desk. They have these menus at the table and you can see different pricing. So these are, I guess, appetizers. Bar snack is what they call them here. Got more bar snacks, loaded nachos 13, shrimp tempura 14. We've got pizzas as well. Sandwich section only has one sandwich, chicken sandwich. And you can see there's classic cocktails, mocktail, beer, signature cocktails, which you can get also upstairs. I think there's more stuff on the menu downstairs than there is at the rooftop bar. All right, I got the loaded nachos with chicken and a paloma. So $33.79. We've got our mezcal paloma. So there it is, mezcal paloma, $14. Loaded nachos with chicken for $17. Oh my God, it's so good. Palomas are so refreshing. I've been waiting 20 minutes for my nachos. I don't know if they probably forgot about it, but all right. It's buzzing. The loaded nachos with chicken, still buzzing. Oh, this thing is heavy. All right, so we've got our loaded nachos with chicken, $17. Comes with Monterey Jack and cheddar cheeses, grilled chicken, red sauce, avocado, sour cream, cilantro, green onion, and jalapenos. This is honestly a lot of food, but I'm pretty hungry right now. It does have beans, and I don't remember that being on the description, but I will use the fork though. If I have to rate it out of 10, in its current state, I'd probably give it a 5.5 out of 10. One reason being that it's a little bit burnt on the grilled chicken, and it feels like it was sitting out there for a while. Granted, we did wait about 25 minutes, so it might have actually just been sitting there. After eating as much as I could, I decided to venture out and explore this $6 billion development. Miami Worldcenter is surprisingly very walkable, with an open-air plaza surrounded by condos and shops like the Apple Store, Ray-Ban, and Sephora. There's also restaurants like Serafina, Earl's Kitchen and Bar, and 60 Vines. For entertainment, there's a Lucky Strike bowling alley and the Museum of Ice Cream, which I hear is really popular. I highly recommend walking around here, as it's, in my opinion, the best neighborhood in all of downtown. Heading back, the hotel just lights up at night. It is so, so nice. Okay, let's check out the gym. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is the entire gym space. Again, it is not that big, but it is still nice, especially in the daytime when you don't have all the reflection. You can see outside into the city. You got a treadmill, they got those balls over there. This is for rowing, I believe. You got bicycles, you got weights over here, and you got a bench. So we are on the 11th floor, which means the bar is literally just across from where we're at. So you can theoretically come drink or come work out, go drink, not the other way around. All right, I think that's enough working out for me. I don't know what I'm doing. What's best is they have this little fake turf outside of the gym and this incredible view. Again, the Paramount Miami Worldcenter Tower, Miami World Tower. So in the beginning I mentioned that this development is relatively new. It was planned from 2016, but it just had its grand opening a couple months ago. I want to show you guys what this area that I'm in right now looks like on Google Maps. It has not been updated, so it looks like we're staying in a patch of dirt. Look at that. That is my location right there. You can see all of the restaurants, and the hotel has a label on it, but it looks like I'm just standing on a patch of dirt. So I'm settling in to get ready to sleep, and as I mentioned earlier, the bed does make a lot of noise, so I'm just stay really quiet. Now all I'm gonna do is move my feet.
Most legendary rager of all time.
What a view. It seems like we're gonna have the pool area to ourselves. I came here like 5 minutes ago, saw it was completely empty, rushed down to change, and I think we're gonna actually get in the pool this time. Sun still on its way up. We're still in the morning hours. It is a Friday morning, so folks are heading into work right now. All right, it is the morning of our checkout day. I decided to go take a dip in the pool here on the 11th floor. This is the same pool area we were at last night. They had a bar today. This morning it is not open. Obviously, you know, it's just alcohol. They're not going to serve it this early. It's about 8 in the morning right now. Breakfast, by the way, is starting being served at 6 a.m. all the way up until, I believe, 11 a.m., which is checkout time. I did get some breakfast before coming up here. I got the scrambled eggs, roasted potatoes, a little bit of Greek yogurt, strawberries, chocolate croissant, and that cost an additional $23 to add. They did have a lot of options to choose from. They had sausage, they had toast, they had different fruits, they had salmon as well. So there's a variety of things to choose from, and also barista coffee. So you can choose from a coffee menu on what you want to eat. I ended up getting the iced mocha coffee, which is pretty good, and I think it's pretty much worth it. I wasn't too hungry, so $23 for me for scrambled eggs and potatoes. You know, a little bit on the steep side, but that's just me. I woke up not really that hungry. I just wanted to try it out. So I really think an important thing, especially if you're considering staying here, is parking. Now there is a parking lot there. I'm not sure who that's for exactly, but that is a parking lot you can go and pay for. I'm not sure how much that costs. They do recommend calling ahead for some parking tips, but I will tell you where I parked. The entrance to it is right there. So literally just steps from here. And I chose that because one, it's convenient. Two, I didn't think the price tag was too expensive compared to what a lot of other places charge, especially in downtown. I paid about $31. That's including taxes and everything. And it allowed me to stay here for the day, basically. It's a one-day pass. I don't think I have to leave there until this afternoon. And I don't plan on staying here that long. So I think it's pretty worth it. I mean, There was the College Station Garage, which I do recommend if you don't mind walking. South of here is the College Station Garage. It would have cost me $15 for the day. I paid double just for the convenience of being steps away from my car. And I think it does have in and out privileges because you prepay on the app and you have your license plate registered, so it just automatically detects when you're coming in and out, and you have that set time that you chose to leave for good. All right, so the moment has come for me to tell you the grand total of what I paid for my entire stay, which includes this special view of the bay, the arena, and we're a little bit higher than you normally would be. There's 11 floors here, with the rooftop being on the 11th. We're on the 8th, so we're closer to the top. So the room was $108. This was a Thursday night going into Friday morning in the summer, which is our slow season, so the rates in the hotel rooms tend to plummet this time of year. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes for over $200 a night, even though you have a really tiny room in the winter busy season, so be mindful of when you decide to stay here. This view itself was $13.30 on top of those $108 for just the room, which meant we get to be a little bit higher and a clear view of the arena. Breakfast, as I mentioned, was $23 per person. I think it's worth it. Just make sure you go in there really hungry in the morning. Otherwise, you'll end up eating something that really was not worth $23. I do think there are options around the area that you can choose from, especially this being a growing Miami Worldcenter development. You should definitely go out and explore for breakfast, especially if you're staying multiple nights. Maybe consider one day doing breakfast here and another going out and venturing into the neighborhood. So the grand total was $146.37, including all those add-ons that I put towards my stay, which I don't think is too bad. The hotel was really, really cool. Everyone is very friendly. It is a trendy hotel where you see a lot of modern artwork. Everything just is very vibrant here. It reminds me of a hotel that would be in Wynwood, which is our arts district here in Miami, but we're now in the core downtown Miami area. Very, very nice touch for this hotel to be here with all the artsy vibe, because they know a lot of people come out here for Art Basel at the end of the year and all kinds of events that we have in the local area. So the room. It is very small, as I mentioned, and as you guys saw throughout the room tour. They have 351 rooms here in this hotel. They are all pretty much the same size. Maybe the ADA rooms are probably a little bit different, but this is most likely what you'll be staying at here in CitizenM. I think all of the CitizenMs really are this same kind of configuration where you have the sink on the outside, small bathroom, the bed, which is as wide as the entire room, literally wall to wall, as is the window as well. Other than that, I think it's very, very cozy. I love the fact that you have the iPad to control the lights, to control the TV, to control the blinds. And I was learning this last night when I was on my phone on the roof. You can control everything as you can on the iPad with the CitizenM app. So you're able to control the blinds and everything. So if you have two people in the room, one can hold the iPad, the other can just have the CitizenM app, and you guys can control everything from there. I don't know if I got to talk about the check-in process, but it was pretty seamless. I think it was just me that screwed it up. You basically, first you can actually check in from the app, which for some odd reason, it only lets you scan your passport to verify your identity. If you have a license or just a regular form of identification, you have to do it in person in the lobby. And they do have these kiosks for you to check in from. And from there, you can create your room key, and then it'll sign your room and you go ahead and check in basically. I screwed it up because I tried scanning the room key to activate it towards the room that I'm staying in, and I kept messing it up, and it just threw me out of there and told me to go see somebody. Thankfully, they're very helpful. They're standing right there next to the kiosk, so if you need any assistance, they will help you. And they were able to activate the room key, give me this room that I'm staying in, room 816. And yeah, it was pretty seamless. It was just me that screwed it up, but I like the fact that you can just check in on your own. And if you do have a passport, you don't even have to go to the kiosk. You do everything in the app, and then you're good to go. So with that said, I'm gonna go shower and get ready to check out from here. Okay, we have officially checked out of the CitizenM here at Miami Worldcenter the following day. We are in the Central Plaza of Miami Worldcenter as we were last night, just to give you guys a view during the day. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about CitizenM and whether I should do more of these staycations here locally. There's so many great hotels in Miami and Miami Beach. and I'm so excited to potentially do some more in the future if you guys like them. So hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've ever stayed at a CitizenM hotel and what you thought about it, whether the rooms being small is an issue for you or if you don't mind, because I honestly didn't. I thought it was a great hotel, and I highly recommend checking it out if anyone's in the area or at any other locations around the world. So with that said, I will catch you in the next video.
Blue, green, red, green. Blue, green, red, green. I think that's right.